What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Right now, we're going to be taking a look at the outside linebackers, and then we're going to get to the DNs in a second. A lot of you guys have a lot of questions about the way that these, the ratings are translating to Madden Ultimate Team. I keep telling my veterans and my newcomers alike, do not worry about what these are. A lot of these cards will not even be used. I'm going to tell you this right now. They got the headliners, they got legends, they got a lot of things that's going to be coming out at launch where these players are for basic teams. So what that means is this, right? Say you're not spending a lot of money. Like I have a lot of videos about, how much money I'm going to be spending and stuff like that. It's not for you to spend the same money. It's just because I understand. I've been playing Madden Ultimate Team for a very long time, and it gets frustrating when people just beat you because their team is better. So you got to find the right route to take to not spend as much money, but to be competitive. So these are general elites, just to make you guys understand that. So although we all love a TJ Watt and stuff like that, we love Joey Bosa, don't worry so much about the translation of what they are in MUT, because these players may not start for you. Some of them may, all right? But some of them may not. So TJ Watt, he's coming through at 83 speed. A lot of you guys are very concerned because it's like, he's extremely slow. Plus, we don't know about the power-up situation yet. So we have to wait until EA releases that information. It's like, is that a good enough card to use? I got news for you. 83 speed with the right abilities. If you played the beta, this dude was going wild as F. So I don't know what I don't know what they're planning on doing. I did read the Gridiron notes, and it's like, yeah, we're going to keep the game as close to the beta as possible, but it's EA Sports saying that. So I don't know. I don't trust it. I have to see it for myself, because over the years, a lot of the things that they say is not what they do. So that just comes with the years of just dealing with, what they put out there. If it turns out to be that way, his 88 finesse move, we're going to see what that's about. Because, every year, like Madden 20, power moves was a thing. 21, you got away with a little bit of finesse. This year, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's kind of weird the way it works, but we don't know what the meta is going to be. Finesse versus power, speed rusher versus power rusher. We don't know yet. So this card could be really good, like it was in the beta, or they could have tuned it and he doesn't get as much, pass rush. So we have to wait to take a look at that. Moving right along, we got Joey Bosa. Now, this guy is a Madden MUT favorite. Not only is he a great player in the real NFL, he goes crazy only at launch. Notice how I'm saying that. Only at launch. Because they usually make his card very slow the way it is right now, even though he's only 1 speed point slower than his predecessor that we just showed before with TJ Watt. It's sort of like this, right? We know he's going to shed. It's just how fast can he get to the quarterback? And it depends on the team that you're playing. And it depends on what strategy cards that player has. A lot of things go into this. And that's why I try to make sure you guys understand. At launch, though, he's playable with that speed. Trust me. All right, moving right along, Darius Leonard. He's a run stopper, dude. Disgusting finesse move, disgusting power move. I would not send him off the edge. I don't even know what to do with this guy, to be honest. When the players don't have power move and finesse move, I just pass on them out like right away. All right, Von Miller. He is definitely a guy that's always like a sleeper. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys that put in major work, and it's like his card is like basic, but he still plays very well. 81 speed is very slow. Again, if you're a theme team, you could probably rock it out, but I'm not sure how, what it will result in for you, because I don't really want to go too slow unless you're going theme team. Like 83, 84 speed off the edge at launch is really good. So I think he has good numbers with finesse and power move, but we got to watch and see what comes next. Josh Allen, we all know about him with the Jaguars. Speed rusher. He's been a speed rusher a very long time. I think a couple years ago, he actually had a golden ticket that was really good as well. Very low on the power move, but if finesse is the meta, you're going to see a lot more of this guy. 82 speed, again, it's not that bad. Micah Parsons, I don't know what EA Sports thinks that this young man is. I would much rather them just create a new archetype for him, because when the dude rushes the passer, he's unbelievable. But then they give him pass coverage. I don't know what this is. Then you got a free card that's an 87. It's a lot going on here, guys. I don't know what to make of it. Just so that we're completely clear with it. It seems really, really ridiculous the way that this is. But 84 speed is OP. And again, a finesse move is the meta, or you guys at Dallas Cowboy theme team. It depends, because if you go with the free card, obviously you can't get this one. You only can have one version of the card on defense and offense. So you're going to have to pick which way you want to go. But this card outright, if they make finesse move the meta, this can be a card that you see a lot of. Now, I have to go back and double check the 87, and we'll figure that out later. But as far as I know, this card is pretty decent right now at launch. Moving right along, Khalil Mack, always a very slower card. They never give him the respect that he deserves, and it's always continuous like that. But he's usually pretty good and decent. I would not use him right now though. 80 speed is just not cutting for me, so I would just go ahead and pass on that. Matthew Judon, he's actually been pretty good in certain Maddens. A lot of people have used him over the past couple of years. Power move, he's a power rush guy. If it turns out that power rush is what it's supposed to be, he may be a guy we put on the edge. Because remember, contains actually worked this year in Madden 23, so the speed may not be as huge as we think it should be. Moving right along, Rashawn Gary, 79 speed, 86 power move, another power rusher. If it turns out that power rush is is what it's supposed to be, he'll be right up there with you. Same thing. Next thing, Shaquille Barrett, 82 speed. He's always that speed rusher guy. If finesse move works, he's going to be a monster off the edge. All right, guys? Now, let's get ready to go ahead and jump into the defensive ends for Madden 23 Ultimate Team. And we are back right now with the defensive ends. And if you look at it right now, you might be as aggravated as I was when I looked at it. And I'm like, Aaron Donald is the same overall as Myles Garrett. But it makes sense because in the real game, they're both 99 overalls. But if you ask me, Aaron, look, I love me some Myles Garrett. Let me just say this. I think he's an unbelievable athlete. He's no Aaron Donald. So to have them both with the same rating is kind of stupid because, like, for the last couple of years, I think they've been voting Aaron Donald like the #1 player in the NFL. Like, the players vote, and he's like the #1 player in the NFL, so it doesn't really make any sense. So as you browse the top 10, that stands out. Nick Bosa is obviously right there. He's a monster. He got nicked a little bit last year, but he's absolutely really, really good. The other players, we'll go ahead and look at their ratings now, but that's something that concerns me because I understand what you guys get upset about. Yo, G, I got so many comments about it. Yo, G, why would EA make Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett the same overall? Now, remember, the MUT team is completely different from the regular ratings of the actual game. Although they're both 99s, the MUT team can make a decision like, yo, we should give Aaron Donald an 89 to put him in a class of his own to start, and then Myles Garrett gets an 88. But nobody, looks to do that yet. And I don't know why. Because I don't know what planet you're on if you think that, Aaron Donald is the same player pretty much as Myles Garrett. And Myles Garrett is unbelievable. But Aaron Donald, in my opinion, is in a league of his own. So let's take a look at some of the numbers. 79 speed, but look at his power move and finesse move. He's going to cause a lot of havoc. We're going to play him at a D tackle position. He's a guy that absolutely can start at launch. Don't question it. Don't worry about it. Go grab him. Put him in at D tackle and watch the magic happen. Strength is excellent. Power move, finesse move is looking good. I think it's perfect, based on the way the card is because he's going to be a DN. Now, in a perfect world, both of them having the same strength in the game works because we can use them as D tackles in our defensive structure. And both of them as D tackles are going to definitely make the edge guy scream. Now, I don't know what formation I'm running yet. There's a lot of things out there about them fine-tuning the game and polishing it. I have to see the way the game is before I give any determination of what we're doing. But these guys are like really good D tackles. They're too slow to be off the edge. Now, Nick Bosa getting the speed is not unusual because he's a speed rusher, and he usually, he hurts he hurts offensive linemen with the speed. And he's a bull. I don't know where they get this 80 strength from, but if you see how this guy looks, like, I don't know. 80 strength seems kind of low, but again, he's a speed rusher. If it turns out that the meta is finesse move, he's a guy we're going to have to go after. Chandler Jones. For some reason, this guy is always there, dude. Now, I know, I remember a lot of times when he's coming out with the Cardinals, EA was always giving him those high-ranked cards and he would have no speed. Similar situation. You're not going to see a lot of people running around with Chandler Jones. His numbers look good. If power rushers do what they're supposed to do, I still would not use that guy because he's just too slow off the edge. Cameron Jordan, he's been a staple. Obviously a run stopper, power move guy. I don't really have any use for him, but I know my 504 boys going to have something for him. What's going on with all my rounds and my wolves out there in 504 New Orleans, everything is good, but I'm not using this guy, and you shouldn't either. Cameron Hayward, another guy. I don't know why his strength is so low. I think that I don't know, because this guy is a bull. It is a lower level elite card, though. I don't really have a use for him with that speed. I want to make my D tackles as fast as possible while having strength, which is why I'm going to go with Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald. But You can put together whatever scheme you want. I just wouldn't recommend this guy to be in your starting lineup, actually playing head-to-head. Moving right along, Jeffrey Simmons. Obviously, you look at the speed. We can't do it. Strength is a little bit high. Solid guy. We can't. He's not usable with that speed. It just, I don't know what to do with that. I can't do anything with it. Trey is actually pretty good. Finesse move is going to be the meta. And he's actually been pretty good in a lot of the other Maddens as well. So we got to take a look at what's going on with the guy. Kalias Campbell, he's always a guy he's relatively strong, run stopper, consistent, but he's lacking even an 80 in power move and finesse move. That's not good. We can't do nothing with him. And that's it. And then Ndamukong Suh, he's just been around. I remember when he was with the Lions, bruh. He was a monster, and EA used to give him mad love. That's no longer the case. Although he has the power move, the low finesse move, I got to look and see if weight is a determining factor in the game, and then we would go from there and try to evaluate. But honestly, I don't really like his card overall. And that's pretty much the linebackers and the DNs. I want you guys to stay tuned. If you guys watched this video early, we're going to probably be doing a watch party stream with the release of new Madden Ultimate Team information over on my Twitch channel. Look in the description box for the link. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for joining me, and hopefully you guys are excited for what's to come in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Enjoy your day. One love, y'all.